So I'm here in Prague. I've booked in to have a mastopexy without implants. I arrived yesterday afternoon. I'm currently booked in for pre-ops this morning, and then my actual op is tomorrow. I'm about to go down for breakfast. I'm staying in a hotel which is right next to the clinic and also next to a really nice shopping mall as well. So I've found somewhere to kill a bit of time. I'm gonna see if I can get into the main centre of Prague today just to do a little bit of exploring, but I thought I'd document this and show you what happens for a mastopexy here in Prague. I just thought I'd do a quick room tour whilst I'm about to go to pre-ops. So this is the Hotel Carol, and we have two single beds obviously pushed together. The bathroom, which is actually quite big and spacious, really nice shower, used that this morning. And behind here, as you come in through the door, there's a big wardrobe space with a safe in the bottom as well. Obviously European plug sockets, cupboard down here. And there's also a fridge, which I didn't realise until late last night, so I put all my drinks in there, so that's really handy. What I will say is that there's no kettle, so if you're from the UK, that would probably be something that you're going to want. There is one down in reception, but when I looked this morning, they actually didn't have any tea, but breakfast is actually provided here. I actually got it with my room, which I was quite confused about, so I thought you had to pay for it. Breakfast is a European continental breakfast. There is some hot food, but depending on your taste, it wasn't to my liking. As you can see from this morning, I just got a really quick and easy continental breakfast.
Fly back on your own and stuff, but that is a bit of a bummer. Like, why they didn't say you could have had it done originally.
Hello, so I'm still in Prague, and I couldn't film as much as I wanted to because I was actually sharing a room with another person. So I'm gonna go over everything that happened now. So I went in on the day before the op to have pre-ops, which involved my actual consultation with the surgeon, who was incredible. Initially, when I asked for the surgery, I did ask for implants as well, and I was told, not just by this clinic, but by quite a few clinics, that it wasn't possible because I had too much breast tissue and it would have been too heavy for the lift, but without a doubt I needed a lift. So when I got there, he actually said that implants were possible because they didn't look as big as what he could tell in the pictures. So if anyone else has had that happen to them, where the surgeon has said, you know, you can't have implants, I would definitely still keep it in mind that it's a possibility, because I was told by pretty much all the 15 clinics that I went through that I couldn't have implants, but I could. So in the end, I decided to just have the lift anyway. I then had my bloods done. I had some other tests, an ECG done. I think it's called an ECG. Basically went over my general health, medical history. I was in and out within half an hour. They were absolutely fantastic. I then came back the next day. I couldn't eat or drink in the morning, and I obviously brought everything that I needed with me, which I didn't want to bring a lot, and because I was here on my own, I brought a push-along suitcase instead of something that had to go over my arms. So the surgeon saw me again to do the markings on me, and then I was taken by the nurse into the room that I was going to be staying in, which was shared with one other person, and she basically gave us the nightgown, some compression socks, some paper underwear. We had to take all our piercings out. It's another thing which I didn't realise. And I took out earrings, but I also have some other high cartilage piercings which also had to come out. And then I was wheeled in a bed. I was the first person, so I was wheeled in a bed into the surgery room, where I had to be moved onto another bed. I also saw these anaesthetists as well that morning before the op. He also went over all my medical records and everything as well. So I saw him again in the surgery, and he basically stood behind me, and obviously I don't know exactly what they were doing, but he put me under and was like, you're going to start to feel like you've had a lot to drink. And the last thing I remember was looking up at the lights in the ceiling. But they were absolutely incredible. Every single member of staff was incredible there. And the next thing I knew is the anaesthetist had said to me, when you wake up from recovery, you will be in a lot of pain. But he said, but that won't last. He said, the pain relief that I give you is only short term. And by the time you're in recovery, it will be wearing off and you will be in a lot of pain, but the girls will give you exactly what you need. And he was not lying. When I woke up in recovery, I was in excruciating pain, but it was seconds. And I can remember looking up at a lady, and she said, how are you feeling? And I said, it really hurts. And she was like, I'm sorting that out for you now. My eyes shut again, and then I think they opened again a little bit later. You stay in recovery for about an hour. And once again, she was like, how are you feeling now? And I said, it still really hurts. And she was like, it's working. But you're so out of it. Honestly, it's seconds that you really feel something. I then remember waking up in the room, and obviously the nurses are there as you're waking up, and I felt a lot better. I felt like I could still feel it, but it wasn't that bad. Obviously with being put under and everything's still kind of blurry, but the nurses were incredible. Nothing was too much trouble, and they were in and out the whole time, giving the antibiotics through the cannula. Sorry, you have a cannula as well, and a painkiller as well through the cannula, and this basically goes on through to the next day. But they are just absolutely amazing, and if I was gonna come for anything else, I would come back here. So they help you get up and out of bed, go to the loo and stuff like that. But when you wake up, you have the gauze on and the compression bra, which is what they give you. So you can't really see anything. And the following morning, you have a meal as well. They do bring some food out for you, and they brought breakfast out as well, which I wasn't expecting. Well, I wasn't sure whether they would or not, but they did. And the surgeon came round the following day. And he was absolutely incredible, and he checked everything over and gave me loads of advice, told me what to do, what not to do, and then they give you some bandages, the compression which goes underneath the bra for the first few days, and he also gives you an antiseptic spray which you have to spray every other day, and antibiotics and painkillers to leave with. I'm on the second day and I haven't taken the painkillers today. I don't feel like I need them. And yeah, basically they give you the discharge sheet with every part of information on that you absolutely need. And honestly, it's just been the best experience ever. I cannot fault it in any single way. And I would definitely be coming back if I was to have anything else done. He said, if you do decide you want implants in the future, then that is an option to come and have. So yeah, absolutely 10 out of 10 experience. I have had a look, and they are so high up and so firm. I mean, before they were, I would say, like an empty C. Obviously I had no volume at the top, and they just look like completely different, and I haven't even had implants, and they look so round and so firm, and I am absolutely over the moon. I may do like an update in 6 weeks when everything's settled down a little bit. But yeah, Iscare in Prague, just absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad that I came here and did this. It's just been the best experience. I'm leaving today, so this is 2 days after surgery, and they've arranged my transfer back to the hotel, which is all included in the cost. So yeah, absolutely brilliant service.